KRGI 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher, a guest in studio. Mike Balkoven has stopped by from Central District Health Department with some tips and pitfalls about the holiday to be wary of. First, welcome.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you.
This isn't the voice of experience coming out, is it?
No, not at all. Okay. I haven't been through 40-some Christmases, and definitely haven't overeaten every single one of them. Right?
Your nose is growing, Pinocchio.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's go ahead and tell the truth. These are things that we've all learned that you need to deal with, you need to be prepared for, and just need to be aware that, yes, it could be you.
Right. So when we're talking about public health, there are a couple different things we pay attention to this time of year. And one of the big ones, and we throw this out there, and it seems like so common, but it's something that getting reminded of is always a good idea. And that is, if you have something to drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. Right? If you see someone who has had too much to drink, don't let them get behind the wheel of a car. Part of caring for others is making sure others don't put themselves in dangerous situations. So if you can stop someone from doing that, you're doing the Lord's work on Christmas, which is probably a good idea.
That's important tip number one.
Important tip number one. Second bit, and this is far less fun, and if you don't, a lot of people don't like this idea, but if you are sick, chances are you will spread it to somebody if you go and hang out with them for a couple of hours. So if you're sick on Christmas, it's no fun, but staying home is probably your best option.
Important tip number two, keep this in mind. There are other things going around besides the COVID stuff that we've been hearing about. There is still the flu. There are still colds. There are all kinds of things that are just waiting to jump into your system and wreak havoc. So be wise. Don't distribute.
Yep, and the flu is not it wasn't a huge problem last year. We're not really thinking it's going to be a huge problem this year, but you never know, and of course those things spread like wildfire. So it's probably best if you are sick to stay home. One of the thing is we see that the ER has a lot of business this time of year when it comes to people who just overdo it, whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is, that it can trigger other health issues. So definitely celebrate. Definitely enjoy yourself. We hate to be the fun police, but if you overdo it too much, you're going to hurt yourself, and that's what we want people to not do.
A little of this, a little of that can make a big difference instead of, okay, let me just pile my plate. Oh, I'm going to need another one.
Yep, exactly. And then the last thing we want to throw out there is if you need a flu shot, if you need a COVID booster, if you need any of those services that we provide, we are open all day today. We're closing at noon tomorrow, and then the holidays kick in. So we reopen, I think, on Monday the 27th. So there is still time if you want to stop by over your lunch hour and see what you can do. We would love to serve you and help you have a healthiest holiday you can have.
Some important tips for the holidays. It's a good idea to make sure that you're as safe or wise as you can be. And if you do have any questions, all you have to do is give them a call at Central District Health Department, 385-5175, or stop and see them at 1137 South Locust.
That's right. And we have some tips on our website as well if you care to go and read what we just talked about.
There's your other tip. Look on the website for more information. Mike, always a pleasure. Have a Merry Christmas.
Hey, thanks for having me. Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning from AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM.